Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time you may be watching this. I'm a bit under the weather today, so I might not seem as hype as I normally do. But as you can see, new head rag, new eye patch. I digress. We're still in Jeremiah. The last time I left off, I read chapter 10 to you all. I'm reading chapter 11 today, and it's because of this napkin. However, I digress. Again, I don't feel too well today, but I'm reading anyway because yesterday I didn't read it all. I normally would have read to y'all yesterday. It had nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I promise you that. But we're starting with obey God's voice. I don't like this angle. I feel like I'm crooked or something. I digress. Obey God's voice. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, and speak unto the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of the covenant, of this covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace, saying, Obey my voice, and do them according to all which I command you. So shall ye be my people, and will I be your God, that I may perform the oath which I have sworn unto you, unto your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey. And it is this day. Then I answered and said, So be it, O Lord. We're going to, I didn't tell y'all how many verses it's going to be. It's going to be 23 verses, but some of them seem to be very long. However, I digress. We're going to hear the hear the words of the covenant. The words of the covenant. Then the Lord said unto me, Proclaim all these words in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, Hear ye the words of the covenant, and do them. Don't just hear them, do them. For I earnestly protested unto your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even unto this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice. Yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ears, but walked every one in the imagination of their evil heart. Get out your imagination, people. Therefore I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do. But they did them not. And the Lord said unto me, A conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. It's been a conspiracy. Y'all know what a conspiracy is. A conspiracy. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. It be these hard-headed kids. It be these hard-headed kids that be breaking the covenant, that broke the covenant. Because you made the deal with their fathers, and their fathers were supposed to raise them up in the way of the Lord. Clearly, somebody missed the mark. Somebody missed it. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. Hold on, y'all. I had to get my throat together. I don't like to be coughing and all that stuff while I'm recording. I know some people don't mind doing that, but I do. I digress. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods, unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. Well, they can't save them because they don't exist. They not exist. For all the God, sorry. But I gotta fix this angle. It's a little better. At least both my shoulders is in the picture. And yes, this is my pajamas, so don't judge me. But again, these are false gods. This is not your God. I gotta get used to this one because it's actually the right one. I mean, it's proper for my face. However, it's a bit big. It's a bit bigger than the other one, but it's the right eye. It's the proper one. Well, I digress. Then shall cities of Judah. Oh, I read that already, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, they won't come to them in their time of trouble because the gods are not real gods. There is no God other than God that can come to your trouble. And what's so funny is God is spelled capitalized in the Bible, but when it's the other gods, they're lowercase. They're beneath him. For according to the numbers of thy cities, where thy gods of Judah, and according to the numbers of the streets of Jerusalem have yet set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. That ain't the only thing they burn unto him. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or pray for them, for I will not hear them in the time of that they cry unto me for their trouble. You can't cry to me. You want to be you want to be bothered by these other gods, these false gods, these gods that don't exist. Doesn't exist. What do you think they're gonna do for you? Nothing. Evil against Israel and Judah. Israel and Judah. That's where we're going next. What hath my beloved to do in mine house, seeing she hath wrought the lewdness with many, and the holy flesh is passed from thee. Let me read that again, because that's a question. So what he said is, what have my beloved do in mine house? This is my house. Saying she have wrought lewdness with many, and the holy flesh passed from thee. When thou doest evil, then thou shalt rejoice. Dummies. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and goodly fruit. Okay, that wasn't a question, but it's a question in my head, because how you gonna call it good and call it green olive tree, fair and goodly fruit, with the noise of the great tumult, and hath kindled fire upon it? So y'all burning fire in my church, and the branches of it are broken. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee has pronounced evil against thee. For the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger and offering incense unto Baal. Yeah, God be. See, a lot of people don't understand God. He's a jealous God. A jealous God. You will put no other God before me. That isn't written in this Bible, but that's not in this book. It's not in the book of Jeremiah, but I know it's here in this Bible. I might get to that one day. I will find out. In the words of the kids, did they mess around and find out? The plot against Jeremiah's life. Here we go. This is when it started. Okay. Now, if you've been with me if you've been with me and watched watched these videos up until now, I started in the book of the chapter 13. I started the married girdle. That's where I started. And then it's been so many plots against Jeremiah's life. This is where it started. This is the beginning of them plotting against his life, because he's been telling them don't do what you think is right, because it's wrong. It's wrong. Oh yeah, and I found my daughter found my chaplet. For those who haven't been paying attention, because y'all know at one time I had to use my Bible chapstick. My baby went and found her mama chapstick, but I bought me some more. But she found mama's chapstick. She's so sweet. You know, the one that got lost sitting in my lap. She found it. I love my babies. They spoil me as I spoil them. The plot against Jeremiah's life. And the Lord hath given me knowledge of it, and I know it. Then thou shrewdest me with their doings. But I was like a lamb or an ox today. Or an ox that is brought to the slaughter. And I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. We reading what? The book of Jeremiah? Okay. No more remembered. Unto who? But, O Lord of hosts, the judges righteously, that trieth the reins and the heart, let me see thine vengeance of them. For unto thee I have revealed my cause. Therefore thus saith the Lord of the men of Anathoth. Yep. That seek my life, saying, prophesy not in the name of the Lord, that thou die not by our hands. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword. Their sons and their daughters shall die by famine. The sword, the famine. This is where it came from. This is the beginning of the sword. The beginning of the famine. So the sons is going to die by a sword. They're going to die in battle. The daughters are going to die by famine. They're going to starve. No food. There's going to be no food for them. And this is the last verse. So let's make this great. And there shall be no remnant of them. I will bring evil upon the men of Anathoth, even the year of vastations. Even the year of vastations. visitations. I think I'm saying it wrong. I keep saying vastations, but that's not the word. Even in the year of their visitation. Visitation. Let me get my vision together. But that was the last verse of chapter 11. I'm probably going to read chapter 12 just to start. Just to start where we were at, but I'm not going to reread 13. I'm going to go right back to where we were, which is chapter 48 after this. Yeah, because that's where we technically would be in chapter 48. Let me go ahead and put my napkin back in the book, because that's where he got me at. But yeah, I did. I was a little bit under the weather yesterday, but I sounded like this yesterday, and I don't think I would have been able to read properly. So again, I'm still a little bit raggedy, but I digress. Like I've been leaving off with y'all for lately, through the words of my bishop and my pastor. Whatever you do, stay with God. It's been real.